taking flight, never think of consequences. Fuck my enemies, leave them leaking my intentions. This that hood life, good life is what I'm living. This that hood life.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Two Beans in a Pod. This is episode 25. And today we are going to be shouting out brown-owned businesses. And I think we're still going to be talking about some of the stuff that's still going on in the community in terms of marches and community with the police and stuff like that, because there are stuff that I feel like we need to still keep informing, at least minimally, maybe even the last 10 minutes, but I still want to provide information.
Yeah, and then another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about was regarding all these fucking weirdos out here, you know what I'm saying, whether it's females or fucking men, you know what I mean, that are out here fucking trying to sex traffic women and kids and shit like that, you know. I just like, wow, I just seen last night something happened, I believe, in San Diego. Some girl got, I think in Costa Mesa, she went on a, you know what I mean, little date. Next thing you know, she's in San Diego and shit, almost trying to get fucking passed over to the border. You know what I mean, shit like that, you know what I mean. I thought it was important. Nobody's talking about this. I mean, we have fucking that, what is her name? I might not pronounce it right, but you spell that shit GHISLIAN.
I have no idea.
So, but the Maxwell bitch, you know what I'm saying? That's related to the fucking Jeffrey Epstein, you know what I'm saying? His little, I guess fucking partner in crime. I mean, I also heard you say it, you know what I'm saying? But it was like his little right hand man, and she just got fucking charged, you know what I'm saying? And she's in jail, and you know, so shit like that, you know, that I wanted to talk about. That I thought it was important, you know, because it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? No one's talking about it, no one's bringing it up, and to me, I think it's important, and you know what I mean. That's just something I wanted to talk about also.
Yeah. So what was the first thing that we mentioned? Sorry.
About the
Oh yeah, so shout out to the brown-owned businesses. We kind of like posted this last minute on our, well, not enough time. I don't think that we gave it enough time for that other people to support. But I did want to mention a couple of places that I knew, particularly in Pasadena. Mm-hmm. There's right now my favorite is El Mercadito Monarca. And that's in Pasadena, and they sell a bunch of like heritage, Latino heritage type, like Aztec and Mayan, and you know, all our like traditional wear and things like that. They have a bunch of clothing, yeah, and like candles, and you know, just like you know, art just to have around the house. That's, you know, pertains to our culture, just kind of brings you back to our roots and stuff like that. So shout out to them. They're the homegirl. It's a woman owned too. Mi tocaya, shout out to Erica out at Mercadito Monarca in Pasadena.
And you should tell them where's it at, you know?
That's on Fair Oaks. And Fair Oaks and Esther. I don't have the exact address, but we'll go ahead and post at
it's literally on the corner.
At the end of the thing, when we finish our thing, we'll go ahead and tag all the companies that we talked about.
So other than that one, I mean, there's MC Antojitos, which is my homie. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hefty and his wife. You know, they have a business, you know, where they actually do food on Fridays and Saturdays, you know. There's Chubbs. He's on Worcester. And you hit him up, actually, you know, he actually sells the hell out, you know, early. I think he starts like around maybe 1 or 2, you know, but check out his page. It's on IG. It's called Chubbs. There's the MC Antojito. And then there was this other one that wasn't literally right here in Pasadena, but I thought it was dope because of what he offered. So it's called Rancho Piedra Blanca. It's organic eggs, organic honey, chicken, and it's pretty much all organic, and they deliver to you, so that's what's dope. But it's I think they come out of like 562, so 562 is like Long Beach, Norwalk, all that area over there, you know. But the dude delivers, and he has like pretty good shit, you know what I mean? Like it's organic and he delivers. So again, Rancho Piedra Blanca. I got him from Bomba Michelada, which is another owned business with Ink Junkies. If you follow him on IG, Tacos Junkies. If you follow Ink Junkies, or Burnstock, from Junkies, he does tacos. Fucking Travis Sosek, he does tacos. Erica, I don't know why Erica, you know what I mean? You can follow her. She has her catering, which is La Flor, you know what I'm saying? What else? La Estrella in Pasadena, they're Mexican owned or Latino owned, Puebla Tacos, they have a few of them. They're all, Latino owned. And then there's that new one that we went, remember, where we went to go eat breakfast? Was it Veros, I think? Mm-hmm. Veros is on Orange Grove and Lake. They were pretty good, and other than that, I don't really have too many other. I'm pretty sure I do know some, or I'm forgetting something, but like I said, we were asking people to DM us and stuff, because, I know I was going to forget something like that, so I do apologize if I forgot you, but those are some of the Latino-owned businesses that I would like to support. And if we're out here, if you guys want to put them up on the IG or Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching us and you just let us know right there in that quick note, hey, this other one right here, we'd love to support them, you know what I'm saying? We love to, you know what I'm saying? That's our people, even if it's black owned, you know what I'm saying? To me, the fish market on Orange Grove, have you seen that shit? I didn't even realize. I thought it was kind of not so whatever, but it's a fish market. So obviously they do seafood shit, mainly fish. Black owned, and it's fucking pretty dope. I don't eat seafood shit, so I can't eat it, but for those that do, that was there, so I think it's always good to support our people, Chubbs and MC Antojito, you gotta call them, that's order, or you can pick up with them, but again, you gotta call them. And again, we'll post most of their stuff up, so you guys should contact them and let them know what you think, Is there anybody else that you can think of?
I'm like, you just mentioned almost everybody. There's Hobos Clothing out of Pasadena too. And then there's Aguilar Photography, who is out of Pasadena too. They do photos, portraits, photos. Yeah, a bunch of different types of photos. So if you got themes and stuff that you got trying to get going on for your photos, he's a dude to go to. Yeah, you mentioned everybody else we know.
No, I mean, her artist Bella, she got clothing. You know what I mean? Bella has clothing. If you look her up, she's not from Pasadena, but she's young. She's only 17 years old, already doing her own clothing. Has her, music. So you know what I mean? That's someone that does clothing. Fucking Shooter Rick does, you know what I'm saying? Videos and photography también,
there's a lot of fucking videographers out there that Shots Fired, shout out to the homie Hooligan. He's a really dope photographer also.
Yessie.
Yessie, who's now part of B&B Entertainment. Shout out to Yessie, who's now our... what's up, girl? The homegirl OG Arte de Carrillo's on What's Up, Girl. She has some dope ass merch too, actually. She has some shirts. Do you still have that one tee? Fuck, there was this one tee that she had that was dope. And then you do art too, right? Let us know what you do, and we could shout you out and put out your information in the comments and things like that too. The homie Bodega Treats, he actually does edibles, medicated edibles, candy, all kinds of medicated stuff. He's the man for that. He also does labels, printing, banners, and things like that.
And his wife?
His wife, she does CBD, holistic type of creams and stuff like that. Chapsticks, bath bombs, that's all CBD infused, sprays. I gave a bunch of stuff to my grandma, shout out to her because she gave me a bunch of stuff for my grandma who's going through chemo therapy. So I was able to give her a bunch of that stuff.
Fucking Deja, the homie Deja, he does bloints. He's on IG, Deja _, Road Dogs, or Deja Gab _ Road Dogs. He does bloints. He does, joints. All medicated for medicating. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't even know who else.
There's a lot of people who are turning into doing food right now too. For like delivering, right?
Yeah,
like
delivering.
we picked up from Chubbs. He mentioned Chubbs. What else is out there? Damn, besides all the other freaking dope artists and everything else that they got. The B-side show, I don't know if you guys know, but that's pretty much Brown run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so if y'all need beats or does any clips,
DJ Eclipse is a producer out of B-side, and he does recording too, so he does engineering and producing. And then Rabbit, he's an awesome ass host. He used to do music. I'm not sure if he's still messing with the music or not, but the homegirl says she prints shirts, designs logos. Oh, you design logos. I need to get with you because I'm trying to design a logo for Bella. So she designs logos, event flyers, announcements, tattoos. I'm just a creator that works with good vibes only. No sucker shit. That's right. No sucker shit. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up for sure for those logo stuff. I need a few logos actually. But so hit her up. We'll put her information up on there too. And then I mean, damn, there's so much shit, right? That you just end up forgetting. That's why I wanted to. We should have wrote a fucking list. That's what we should have did ourselves. So we kind of fell off on that on our own too. And then anybody else?
No, I mean other than shit. No, I mean. I don't know anyone else, that comes to mind. Oh, if y'all want to work out, hit up Fade, the homie Fade. He's not nothing, gonna have a business, but he's gonna start doing his own Fat Boy Camp, which is gonna be on IG. He's gonna be doing it live, and he's, just support. I'm not sure exactly how he's gonna do it, run it, if he's taking donations or whatever it is. I'm not sure, but follow him, Fade. Road Dogs. He does.
That's cool. If he was closer, I'd definitely be like, he's in. He's
actually in Gardena.
In Gardena. Uh-huh.
But like I said, I've been trying to encourage him to do the lives because you hit everybody like that, And hey, $1-2 donation or something like, hey, I don't know, that's gonna be how he decides. It's his business. But Fat Boy Camp, Fade, who else? Freaking. Tunes, does Tunes do anything? I mean, even if he's...
Tunes, yeah, shout out to the homie Tunes, Extravaganza on IG. He's somebody I was doing like events with, yeah, so we were kind of hit pretty hard with the events being shut down. Shout out to him. He's actually has a marketing company right now where he has these bicycles with neon signs. That are pretty dope, and they flash your promotion, your brand, your project, whatever it is that you're trying to promote. It'll flash on that little flyer, and I'll tag him too so you guys can see what all his stuff that he has. But he goes and he drives around with these bikes by the Staples Centers when they have like events, and also like Venice Beach and shit like that, where you get crowds and stuff like that. So he does promoting and marketing.
Yeah, and the only other one that I could think of, I haven't even been there, but I seen him. I've been wanting to go fucking have some of his shit because he has some crazy ass wings. But Raza owned, he does pop up shit, and his IG is the real _alitas _el _Diablito, and he does wings, and he does like all kinds of different wings. Like, what's that one that I was agua something?
Oh, Chiles?
Yeah, he does agua Chiles.
Agua Chiles wings?
Yeah, like he does some crazy. He does mole, like just mole. You know what I'm saying? Wings, and he has some good deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I've been wanting to go because he beats fucking. We love hot wings. I mean, we do hot wings and shit. You know?
Yeah, we do.
We do Buffalo
At this
Wild
house,
Wings
yeah.
and fucking mostly Buffalo Wild Wings, but we do go to the other one where it's
Hot wings or what it's called?
no,
Wingstop?
Wingstop, but
Oh, yeah.
I've been wanting to hit up the homie because he beats them fools. You know? Fresh fucking fries. You know what I mean? I know fucking put them in the refrigerator straight from the papa to the grill to you. Right then and there. You know what I mean? And he has like a special 10 wings, free fries. Or something like that, you know? So hit him up, you know what I mean? Sometimes he has two, like, you know, you buy 2 10-piece with fries for like $22. Like, that's the deal, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo tengo hambre. I'm like, jeez.
so, you know what I mean?
And
It's
right
just-
before we started, the homies that we were talking about that have the MC Antojitos.
Yeah,
it
it's
is?
MC
MC _ Antojitos.
Yep.
They had just posted. I'm so fucking hungry. They had just posted this new item that they're gonna be or thinking about offering. What was it called? Pambazos.
Bombazos.
And they're kind of like tortas, I guess, like deep fried or fried tortas for those who don't really know what they're like, what they are. But I was like, oh hell yeah! I didn't have no time to do shit, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna hit them up. And freaking, we're going to be eating some pambazos live, I was going to say. But, yeah, unfortunately, they were like, nah, it's not on an item for today. But, yeah, hit them up, too. And they have ceviche. They do ceviche curtido. They do, what else is on their page?
They do.
I love seafood, so their ceviche
They
really
do
called me.
ceviche tostadas, as you said?
Oh, tostadas de ceviche.
Tostadas de
What's so
ceviche.
dope about shit like this is like when we picked up food from Chubb's, on this weekend, what was it that we picked up? It was a tri-tip, with ribs, a side of macaroni salad, and baked beans, right? And the plate was like $12, and it's like, and you might think like, oh fuck, like that's kind of pricey, right? But hell no, this fool hooked it up. Like it was.
I had for two. They seemed like for two.
Yeah, I ate half of it. That's what I did. I ate half of it, and then the other half I saved for later. And then if you think about it, that's pretty much what we're fucking eating, you know, when we're eating out. And this is homemade fucking food. Like, I would do this all over again. Like, I felt like we just need to find all these houses that do, all the people that are doing food out their houses. So whenever I need to eat out, I'm not going to McDonald's and shit like that, you know. I'm going to eating out and supporting these type of people instead, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And you know what, this is where I'm at, you know, is that I'm sorry if you feel like you can't help out your local businesses or small businesses, specifically if they're your homies, because it's $12, but I could go to McDonald's and get 2 for $3s. Then you ain't really supported. Take your ass back to McDonald's, go do all that other shit. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you go to all these other places, and they're expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's cheap. You know what I mean? So, you want cheap shit. It's kind of like you get what you pay for, right? So, like I said, you know, I was willing to pay. I don't give a fuck. I said, get me that 12 plate. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
It was worth it.
You
And
know?
then he did like sandwiches. Tip. What is it called?
It was
Tri-tip sandwiches as well. So we got some for the boys too, and they fucked them up. So
yeah, you know, and then the just so I could give you a little bit on the MC Antojitos, M_C_Antojitos on IG, and they did, like she said, the bombonazos, and then they do bombazos. Sorry, they do the like ceviche with jaiba or camarón. They do freaking shrimp tacos, empanadas.
Oh, the empanadas are the ones I wanted to try too.
Yeah, they did.
And she's a good cook. So, before this, I hope she's not like gonna be like, "What the fuck are you sharing this for?" You know. But the homegirl, you know, it's a couple. It's, you know, the homies, but the homegirl, she was actually a cook before this whole COVID thing started. She was actually like in-home cook. This is what she would do for like you know, wealthy families that can afford to hire a chef to come in and cook their meals and stuff. But that's what she was doing. So yeah, this is some bomb ass food.
They have birria plates. Fuck, they even do margaritas,
micheladas and margaritas.
Fucking, what is this? Mango margarita, like.
Yeah,
they hook it up.
That's what's dope.
So, you know what I'm saying? And the same
we
thing
should
at
have
Chubb's.
him. Can he deliver us a margarita right now?
He's not there. Remember Friday.
Oh shit! God damn. All right.
Usually we drink, on our show. I know y'all know. I'll be fucked up. So, but we didn't do it this time. It was just we were running late. You know what I mean? But like I said, they have all kinds of stuff. Support your vendors.
So hungry.
Support the people that you're around, because at the end of the day,
local businesses in general. There's there's like the food. There's a lot of food stuff. We do a lot of food stuff, and then there's the clothing stuff that we mentioned. But there are other businesses that we might not consider or think about at this time, including businesses like mine, like Erica's Legal Services. There's also in Pasadena, there's notaries, because I don't do notary services anymore, but Maria Elena and Associates, they've been on, what's up, primo? Maria Elena and Associates, they've been on Los Robles and Villa for a minute, and I know they have to have had some sort of effect from the COVID as well. They're very popular in the community because and if you don't know what a letter says to you that you got from the IRS or anything like that that's important, and it's in English and you can't read it, like that's how much that's how much service they provide to the community. Like our elderly go, and our people who are just arriving, they know, like they get sent there to go, like they will help you, they will direct you to where you can get help, and or help you in translate information and documents and things like that. So you have people like that too, you know what I mean, like that are in business like that too, not just clothing or art, music or food, there's like a bunch of other businesses.
She does legal preparation and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I do family law services.
So it's just, if we support each other and, we promote each other, soon, I know it's taking a while and we keep talking about how we're going to go into our own studio, but
I think it's next week.
It's a process, and the reason it's a process is because everything is going down, right? This is something we just jumped into. I love it. I think Erica's enjoying it, but we want to be able to promote on here, like when we take a little break, promote other businesses, or promote, like your homegirl that does the logos and clothing, or, all that stuff. We want to just post it up there and, keep it going, the momentum going, and no pausing, and, what are we doing here, and what are we doing there, and,
I know there's been so many times,
but, we are going to get better. It's just the fact, that with everything going down, it's just, we have a little bit of time, and we pretty much are, since this is, we're the homie's gonna hook us up with what he's doing, so we gotta be patient. You know what I mean? It's not, it's gracias for Rabbit. You know what I'm saying, for including us in this stuff like that.
At the B side,
At the B side, that's family and shit. So again, we gotta support one another. Fucking spend money with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be stingy.
So how we had kind of mentioned on the other podcast that we were going to mention about how our money doesn't stay here.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna do a little bit of research on that so that we can kind of discuss it, but I didn't really do any research on it. But if you know,
I know what it is. So pretty much, this is how it goes.
The community, like the Chinese community or Korean community, everybody. What they do, not everybody, because we don't do it.
No. But it's not just them. It's not having to do with just China.
No, I know. I said the Korean, the Chinese. There's other. My point is that there's other communities, not including ours, and not including the U.S., not including Mexicanos, and not including the U.S. There's not all other communities, but there are some other communities that have this thing.
All communities. What we're trying to say is, or what we're talking about is. It's ethnicities. It's not communities. It's in your ethnicity. So, for example, Jewish people that are, Jewish people keep their money in their own little community because they do have a Jewish community, for example. Or they'll have a Koreatown or Chinatown, like she was explaining. Those are little communities in the U.S., right? Well, we're not talking about outside of it. We're talking about here. So those type of people, it goes down like this. The Jewish people keep their money, literally the money in their own little community. It probably gets fucking. I think it's like stays like some crazy amount of time, like 23 days. Because I don't know if you guys noticed that is your money that you spend. You might think, oh, because I go to 7-Eleven, it stays in your community, but it doesn't. So that that money you spend at 7-Eleven, and I'm not trying to discriminate, that usually goes to Indian people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Dada Indians, not fucking. It's not fucked up. I just she looks at me like, what the fuck? I'm not talking about
didn't say that.
A Native American Indian, not that type of Indian. I don't want you guys to confuse it. So, that stays in their community, right? Well, so again, the Jewish keep their shit like 3 days or some shit like that. Then it goes down to where like China go. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So like, just to elaborate a little bit about it stays in the community. So like how he said, if you go into 7-Eleven, because you could say like, oh, I live in Koreatown, right, with all the Koreans, and there might be a 7-Eleven within Koreatown. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the 7-Eleven with the Koreatown, so it can stay with my community. No, that's not what that means. No. So what that money staying within the community is exactly that. So for 23 days or whatever the amount is, right? That means that for that amount of time, the money that they receive, whatever money they receive, it has to go to like you can't go buy gas. In other words, because that's not in your community at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, I'm talking about us. We don't have any Mexican gas owners, and if we do, look that up and go there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Within the 23 days, it kind of if we implement this type of thing, which is something that we're saying we should, right? Yeah. Implement something like this, where the money stays within. So those 23 days, it's like if you want to eat, okay, you're gonna go to MC Antojitos, or you're gonna go to Chubb's, or you're gonna go to Veros, or you're gonna go, you know what I mean? You want clothes, okay, well, you're gonna have your grandma go buy you something or knit you something and pay her for that what you're doing, or whatever it is, for the 23 days, it has to stay within your community, for
or
example.
Or you go to the swap meet.
That's what he means, within the community, not in your block.
No, not in your
physical.
Block. It's in your own people, Like, so they're trained, and that's what it is. They're trained to waste that money like that. So, like, they know when they need toilet paper, they're usually going to go buy it from their own people. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the same thing.
So, a little marketita that's
you go to a bodega, or, like, in New York, there are bodegas and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it happens there, right? So, like...
Y aquí, like in Pasadena, tenemos like little marketitas. Like they have there's this lady who and ultimately you think about it, and she gets her stuff from like the white man, right? Like she has to, right? Like she's not, you know what I mean? But it's still staying within her household, which is within our community. Like there's this lady right there on Orange Grove that opens up right next to the Rotisserie Chicken and my primo's lawnmower shop. Oh, my primo's lawnmower shop. That's another freaking Latino-owned business right there on Orange Grove. I think he's under Munoz Landscaping still, the Munoz. But we have that there too. But and next to him, there's this lady who sells clothing, and she has like toiletries and things like that. Like, or the little freaking, or you're the la señora who sells the candies in your apartments. We all have that, right?
So before we continue, the point of it is, there is an actual like
system,
a chart that tells you, this much here, this much. Well, I'm sad to say that in our culture, our people, and black-owned businesses, that's just leaves within hours of me getting my paycheck. For example, I'm out buying Nikes. I'm out buying a Reebok shirt. I'm out there buying McDonald's. I'm out there buying this and that, right? When I'm not going to fucking, for example, when I need a shirt, I'm not going to Hobos, which is fucked up. Like, it's a fucking same kind of shirt. You know what I'm saying? Just because the shirt doesn't say fucking Nike, doesn't say like Nike on it. Nike doesn't make shirts. Nike buys shirts and put it on there.
Prints them.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, So we gotta think outside the box for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though you guys might think, right, and this is what's hard, because you might say, oh well, it does stay. You know, there's a lot of paisas or that keep the money and they send it to Mexico, but that's still not here, right? So it might work in Mexico. They might have a whole different system where it might stay, 50 days. I don't know that system over there. I'm just talking about here in the U.S. That's what's been noted down, where the Jewish community in the U.S. keeps their money that long. China, Asian people keep it, I think it's 14 days. And white people, they keep it 8 days. And so forth and so forth. But we're at the bottom of the fucking totem pole. Like, I'm not lying to you. We're at the bottom. Because as soon as, and I'm just going to keep it real, even the little paisas, right? They want to go get their little Gucci belt. And they're, so it's all of us. We have to think smarter.
Me too.
You know what I mean? We have to think smarter because it's just not working. You know what I'm saying? Our money isn't being spent right back with us. So that's why we have a struggle. That's why we fuck, man, what do we do sometimes? I have a business, but I'm not selling. Well, it's because
I know it's fucked up.
Us.
It's us
as people.
Like, we know that we do certain
them.
things, and instead of supporting each other, like when I was doing tax prep, right? I was doing tax prep, and I'm like, okay, I'm charging pretty close to, but less than still H&R and Liberty and all that, right? But close to, because as a matter of fact, I got trained by them, you know what I'm saying? And I worked right there, and actually I know how to do better work than a lot of the tax associates that are there, So I was like, I'm trying to provide a service and to provide comparable pricing so that I could have a living wage. But it's like, oh, you're charging $50 less than I could at H&R Block. I'd rather go pay the $50 more at H&R Block. Like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, that's the mentality we have, though, right? Or this is the other way around. Oh, well, why are you charging me $500? That seems like a lot. Well, if you really think about it, some of the services that we provide as people, like, I have a shirt, right? I make shirts. This is one of my shirts. So this shirt, I sell that shit for $25. It's hard for me to sell it for $25, even at $25, because people are like, well, awful, who are you?
I could go get a Nike shirt for $25.
Bitch, suck my dick. That's how I feel now. That's why I don't promote that. It's like I do pictures and all that other shit, right? But that shit's kind of difficult for me too, because those are little hobbies that I just kind of picked up, like the shirts, So I'm not like professional, like where it's like I do that on a 9 to 5. That's not what I do. So, but even that was hard, right? Where it's like, well, you're gonna hook it up for free, fool? Or like, damn, like, can motherfucker at least eat? Can you give me a taco or something? Like, that's what it was, right? She does catering. Every time we made a fucking event, everybody wants to eat free. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to.
And then when I would go when at my events, people trying to get in for free too.
Yeah. So that's what it would mean, right? It's like, but yet then you're gonna go to fucking, how the West was won and go spend $50
$150,
for a
$300
fucking seat way the fuck up there, and you're willing to do that when the same motherfucker that we're bringing to you is right in front, and you get to chill, because that's the difference with the shit that we do, or she does, So it's like, we gotta get out of that mentality where it's like, I want shit for free, or you're charging me too much. You know what I'm saying? You think Gucci was like, I'm not gonna charge $125 because they're just not gonna buy it. Like,
or we're overcharging each other and then giving other people breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, freaking, like, I've seen it so much where it's like, an artist is like, or a photographer or a videographer is like, charges a fee. And I'm saying this because I work so I reach out to people. I'm like, ¿cuánto me cobras? Right? Like, for photography or videography or this and that, and boom, this price, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, some person who's like a white person who's like known or something, or better known, or whatever it is, they'll be like, oh, I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, Like, why can't you help me come up on something for free? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like, I'll help you, I'll promote you for free, but you want to do some other shit for some other people, but not your people for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, too.
Yeah, because that's why I don't do, that's why it's hard for me, because Eric always gets on me, like, fool, why'd you buy, I, like, literally have, like, $10,000 worth of fucking, all kinds of shit for pictures and videos and all this equipment, literally, I'm not even lying to you. $10,000 worth of fucking equipment that I spent, right? That just sits there sometimes, you know, and I don't do anything with it, because even if I wanted to go charge $500, there's somebody undercutting me and saying, oh, I'll do it for $250, you know, or I'm gonna do it for $200, or check it out, I'll do it for $150 plus give me a ride. And it's like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, fool? Like, you're fucking it up for all of us, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I don't play that shit. I'm not even doing it. And like I said, I was just sending my own crew this shit. Wait for like about a month, because I do fuck around with shit. Every so often, I get into my little thing. And once I get on, and once I know my shit, I'm not changing my prices. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who or what you are. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to stand firm. We can't be giving no deals. Hey, if you want $10, I'm gonna give you $10. I don't want to, haggle you down or things like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna be good for you, and it's not gonna. It might be good for me, but it ain't gonna be good for you. And then later on, you're probably not even gonna want to sell to me. You're gonna be like, oh, here comes this fool with the deals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Rafa. Like, I know sometimes, we should. That's why you do specials and shit. You know what I mean? You don't have to do it on a continuous basis and fuck each other up with that shit. It's like I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's like my homie OG Rome, right? I love his work. He might not be, like, for you guys, the best artist or some shit. I think he's dope as fuck, you know? I think he's worth a certain amount of money, but he can't get that because you got fools talking about, well, just give me an ounce of weed, bro. I'll do it for an ounce of weed. Like, that's fucking lame. You're fucking... Man, I'm not even going to go there, but that's the shit that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh, they don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay this or ask for this. And then these fools getting announced to do the same. So why would they call the homie Rome to perform? It sounds dumb, right? It's like, it's just a dumb, like, outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, a choice, better said, you know? So, it's in everything we try to cut ourselves out or see how we could do more or better for that person, and that's in us as raza. Because look, we have some badass fucking architects, and I see that shit in the business where it's like they're building houses, or some fool comes and is like, oh yeah, I'll do your wall for $250, and the other fool will be like, fool, I'll do it for $175 right now. I'll do this, and then even though the other guy charged, because right, $150, $175, but this will promise 10 3 other 4 things. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's just us. Like, we're always in competition with each other when we don't have to. There's so much people out here. Like, seriously, there's so many people out here that I might not like what you have, but guess who will? Erica. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone. You know what I'm saying? There's it's kind of like there's plenty of money that go around. Stop fighting for it. Straight up. You know what I mean? So that's what our point was about this, bringing up small businesses and things, because we want to promote each other. We are like that, you know? As me and her, you know? Like, she uses me as much as she can when she needs to. And I ask her for help as much as I need to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and we don't live together. We're like not together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do. We have to use our own resources, the people we know. Don't haggle, motherfuckers. Don't be like, oh, but you only charged me $3, and why are you charging me $5? Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be
and
like
pay
that.
your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for a service, right? Like, when I couldn't, like, when I first was coming up, like, with the whole event stuff, like there was times where I was like, hey, help me out, come take a couple of photos and stuff like that. He was the one who was mainly helping me out, with stuff like that. But when I started making money and stuff, I was like, I'm not gonna freaking not pay people for what they're doing for their work. You know what I'm saying? And I have like I have my homegirl Yessie, who will come out. I know she will come out for me for free if I asked her. I'm like, hey, homegirl, like, come out for me for free. But I don't ask her for that anymore. If I don't have the freaking money, I won't have her come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it costs, time, your gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your day, you know what I'm saying? So, like, don't be like that with your raza, you know what I'm saying? Like, understand, and especially if you know that they're in situations where they're trying to come up, like, fool, and then you're in a position where you can help them, then do that. Help them come up, use them, pay for their services and stuff like that, instead of trying to take advantage of their services for your own come up.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And then also, it's all about, like, respect, your morals, all that goes into that, right? Because we've also got the other side, right? Where it's like, they want to come and, like, there was a couple hosts that she brought, right? And they're like, oh, am I going to get paid for today? And all they did was drink beer and didn't even really host the event. Do you know what I'm saying? Or check
and
this one out.
And then I would have to pick them up and take them back home.
Yeah. Or check this one out. This one was a better one. I want to charge you as an artist $1,200, but I don't even bring 10 people to the door that are paying.
Yeah, I only bring the 5 people that you're giving me for comp tickets.
That's all I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna blow smoke up your ass and promise you all kinds of shit.
It doesn't work like that. That's why we don't even mess with certain people. You know what I mean? Or she doesn't mess with certain people. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just like, it's a moral thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be asking me, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know one person that I fuck with right now at this point that I could pay with, like literally, like, where I'm gonna get my money back. There's not one. Not one. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I know.
What do you mean? I'm sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? Like I mean, I don't know. That sounds like harsh. Hold on.
It sounds harsh, but what I mean, I don't know any artist that I could pay $1,000 to. And I'm gonna get my money back plus some. Because even if I just get my $1,000 back, what was the fucking point of me hiring you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? You have to be able to bring this. I'll give it to you like this. If they hire Lil Wayne, I hate the motherfucker. I won't go see him. Fuck him myself, right? But if they pay Lil Wayne $50,000 to come and perform, Lil Wayne's gonna close the shit out. Nicki Minaj gonna close the shit out. You know what I'm saying? So when you artists feel that you're on that level and you think you should charge a certain amount of money, just think about reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna bring back? Are you gonna be able to bring that to the door? And what I mean by that is because, like, Erica's business is a whole lot different than some of the other venues. Like, for example, the only person that I could think of that will bring some money that I think I've paid without no problem is Mr. Shadow. And the only reason that I feel like that is because although Mr. Shadow might not have, because we had a show and they didn't go to a.
We had 2 with him.
2, and it's like it might have not went as well as we thought, right? And people kind of were like, well, it's because it wasn't promoted right, or it wasn't like, no, Erica promoted the shit out of the event.
No. I think for Mr. Shadow, because we had 2, so to say that, and I know what you're saying, that he's like somebody who's worth it, right? Like for promotion, no, I didn't promote the shit out of the event. I promoted the shit out of the event in California, for the second show. But the show was in Arizona, right? Oh. And I had a whole promotion team that fucking just left me hanging to dry out there. The venue I was using out there straight up did not promote at all that they were having shows at that venue, so, the venue like left me hanging dry, and then so did the homegirl, quote unquote, that was supposed to be out there fucking helping me or whatever. So that's what happened with that show. It was an out of state. The cat? Hold on a second. Show. And it was excuse me guys, sorry about that. It was an out of state show, and so that was left hanging, and that was a weekend show for Cinco de Mayo last year. And then the year before that, we did a show with him on a West Coast Wednesday in LA, and that shit went really well. I actually got my money back and plus some money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And we headlined him, and that was one of our first shows that went really well. But with that show, that's how we proved that he could bring out, if we really, and that was one of my first shows too. If we really wanted to, like, he himself could bring out people, and I would pay Shadow whatever he asked me for, because that was on a Wednesday. It wasn't a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday, and he came out from San Diego, and that show did well on a Wednesday night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so imagine what we could have done with that show in Arizona had I had the right team, you know, helping me behind me. And to be quite honest, him and I were beefing really hard too. So I didn't even have his support through the last like two months of the project. So I was like pretty like much doing this on my own.
Yeah, so that was my thing, you know. And I'm not disrespecting anybody, like saying you guys aren't shit, you know.
Just be real.
I'm saying, like when you think about it, you know what I mean. Like we have to work with each other, and we gotta do certain shit where it's gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? I can't spend $10,000 on a venue and pretty much eat $5,000 of it. That's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know, where it's like, it just wasn't like my thing, you know. And I kind of like, I told her like, well, I don't know how you do it sometimes, because like I want to punch motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I want to fight with motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And I've even not said shit to the point where she's like, damn fool, like you don't defend me, you know. But it's just like, because it's ridiculous. To be honest with you, it's ridiculous. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You cannot expect something you're not gonna bring. You gotta value yourself, of course.
Yes,
But bring real value. You're not worth $1 million. You can't say I'm worth $1 million because I think I'm worth $1 million. That doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So that's how we are with food, with clothing, with everything that we sell to one another, or any business we bring to one another. We fuck each other over because we don't give a fuck. Straight up, we don't give a fuck. We don't have the honest, like, and you know, and then I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna be like, yeah, we do, yes, yeah, that's what we do. That no, you don't. If we did, we would be on top of this bitch, because all these you guys, there's some badass artists out there, but everybody fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at, as far as like, the supporting each other. Hey, support, pay out. Don't ask for free shit, and do your part. Straight the fuck up.
And don't take people's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be cheating people out of money and selling shit that you know ain't worth shit. You know, tampoco. You know what I mean? Don't be trifling. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what fucks it up. You know, because I'm gonna feel something, you're gonna feel everybody, and it's like, oh, and then everybody's like, well, I don't give a fuck. You know, so that's just where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? And you know, to me, that's just where I'm at with it. I don't have nothing else to say about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to support. I support every motherfucker. I don't care. People know me.
Yeah.
Like, I even support other people that are named. I support black people. I support brown people. I'm always supporting. I'm always helping. I'm like, as much as I might talk shit sometimes, I help out a lot. You know? And that's just who I am. That's my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, so ain't nobody gonna change me for that. You know? So, you know, I just wish we all were on the same page, you know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with the shit, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think we're gonna do another thing with more brown businesses. I know we did the local businesses, but I know there's some like pop-in businesses out there that when we are not local that we could think about when we're, you know, out, that are actually brown owned or black owned. Like he said, we're not just on the brown tip. Today we wanted to dedicate, you know, to our raza, you know. Right. We've been on covering a lot of stuff on the black and brown issues and the unity issues, and you know, we did want to dedicate time to the raza.
To our people, you know? Yeah. Because I mean, it's too big.
Highlighting our raza. We had another idea of highlighting just not business, but just like highlighting a raza that you think needs to be highlighted. Right. So we could probably do that for the next one. And then really quickly because we got like 10 minutes, we want to respect your time. We did a march on Sunday.
Yeah.
With the brother Jonah from Free the Kids, 7th Generation, I believe it is. His IG is In Between the BS. And I think the brother also has a printing shop. But we went to a march with him on Sunday. I felt all right about it. It was a march and caravan for Vanessa Guillen and Enrique Roman Martinez from Chino. They're both from she wasn't from California.
She's from Texas.
She's from Texas. He's from California, from Chino, California. And they were both part of the military, and they were killed on their military bases, and there's a cover up, and obviously there's questions that the families need. So it was a march.
Are out on bail. The bitch is out on bail.
Yeah.
One of them that's like involved in her thing, literally out on bail.
Mm-hmm.
But yet then, and this is like really quick.
Let it be one of us.
But no, let it be the female that just killed. It was one of those other ones. It was a little girl, 16-year-old, 17-year-old girl, killed her trafficker. Or like the person that,
Breonna Taylor. ¿Cómo se llama? No. Sorry.
There's a Latina girl.
Oh.
And killed the food I was gonna buy or whatever, one of them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But they're trying to fucking give her like some way out sentence. And it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the victim. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Like, that's my point of what I was trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got it so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And the way we deal. There's another, I don't want to go off topic. Let's continue what you're saying about the supporting and shit. Because
what is he saying?
The march, it wasn't about supporting. The march about Enrique.
Okay, because they were on the, so they did that march with for them. This one was a march in a caravan.
Yeah.
So there was like cars behind us, driving behind us. But I think it's really dope that people are still coming out. But I do want to mention that I feel kind of saddened by the fact that the numbers are dwindling. Like there's they're falling. People are falling out. There was so many people out, and like when initially, and there was like a bunch of like media covering like news, and people wanted to come out and record, and there's like, where are you guys at? Because you're done recording, or I don't get it. Like you don't have to record if the cameras and stuff are too heavy and things like that. I know, I get it. It gets hot, like you don't have to document, you know what I mean? Everything. You could be there. We need the numbers, and we need to continue doing what we were doing. So I think we're going to put it up on Two Beans in a Pod, but there is another march going on with Jonah. Mm-hmm. And I've been following Jonah just because that was the first march I went to. So I'm just going to keep following the brother wherever he's going and following that movement and helping however I can with that. I don't know if you have any other information on that march, just how you felt about it or what.
We're going to not talk about the too much on the pedophile shit that I was saying, because we want to respect your time. So that'll be for the next one, but I do want to talk about the protest, because I kind of just went through, like, didn't even think about it, but I'm also going to reiterate that, like, and I know there's other marches, you get what I'm saying? I know there's other marches, and I know other ones might be a little, but I just really strongly suggest to people that are organizing these events, get together. Let's set up one where it's like, man, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be cool if the organizers if reached out to each other.
Yeah, if like 2,000 people showed up, man, that would be something that's like, they wouldn't even know what to do. Guaranteed cops be out. You get what I'm saying? It's like we're not making that noise. We're not making that, we're not being heard. I don't feel I'm being heard.
I don't think so either. And I was on a community forum meeting for Pasadena last week on, I think it was Thursday, and it was like it was with the NAACP of Pasadena. Did we talk about that meeting on the last one? No. Oh, okay. But I was on that meeting, and there was this man, Brian Williams, I want to say is his man, and he was directing the commission, the community advisory commission that's overseeing the sheriff's department for LA County. and which is a commission that they're trying to implement, like replicate for Pasadena, and so he was on this forum discussing what the commission, the community oversight commission looks like for LA County, and the shortcomings of it, and things like that. So
excuse me.
But there's that's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
that's on every Friday, right?
Every Friday. That even here in Pasadena, for everybody that's gonna see this in Pasadena, that shit was pathetic. That's where I'm gonna put it at. That shit was pathetic. All you fools that talk all that shit, that be like, this is where I'm gonna give a. I don't give a fuck who says it. If you don't like it, you're from my city. Call my ass up. You know what I'm saying? Don't play that bullshit. But you guys wolf all this shit on the internet. You guys play pretty. You guys are thugs and shit. You guys are all gangbangers. Just can't pull up to the police station.
And for those people, I want to talk.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like that, but I do believe, because I just found out about it, so I want to give people the benefit of the doubt that you didn't actually know about it.
I posted it on my shit.
Just
so
like me.
On my page, you heard it. You saw it.
Well, not all the time. Like, I be telling him, fool, I don't see your page. I have to go and look for you every so often to go. So maybe people are not seeing.
Go there.
I'm just saying, for the people who have not seen it, I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I don't think everybody's a bum and all da. Like, sometimes
I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying for the people.
For those who do know and have not went and do know, like, okay, you're talking a lot of talk, right? But I know there's a lot of people who didn't get the information, who hadn't seen it. I don't even know how I ran into it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so every Friday, Black Lives Matter at Pasadena Police Station, they're meeting up at 5:30 or 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock every Friday. And this is in protest. This is in protest for police brutality. And again, we want to say that we're supporting this movement because police brutality is not something that just is affects the Black community. It affects all our communities. The sheriff's department, those are police. Who runs the jails, the sheriff's departments, those are police. So fuck them. Too. They if that affects us, the detention centers, those are police officers too. That affects us too. If we defund the police and we say we don't want this and this and that, that's gonna help our community too. Therefore, that's why we support this, and that's why we want to be there. And to kind of piggyback on what he was saying, I get what he was saying by it was so pitiful. It was a group of maybe 25 people that went to the city hall. There was one Black woman there. There was one Black man who was there with his Asian wife with their mixed kids. And there was another two ladies that could have been of color. One of the ladies went to go talk, and she said she was half Black and half Persian, I believe, if I heard right. And everybody else was white. Now, I mentioned 5 people of color, right? Out of 25 people, everybody else was white, and the white community was telling us what we should be doing so that we could be better protected by the police. And how would they know? They don't even have to deal with it. Yeah, right? Like, come on, we got to step it up. We can't be crying and bitching about shit and not fucking coming out.
Yeah, that made no sense to me. I really was like, what the fuck? And I'm going to post a picture of it so you guys can see. Because Erica took a picture.
I have a picture.
So we're not just talking this shit. We're letting you know. And I post this up on my page, like I said. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not on Down the Road Dogs. I post that shit on my Devil's Wear clothing. You know what I mean? So don't say, oh, no one told me. No, I did tell you. Every fucking Friday at 5 fucking o'clock, pull up to the Pasadena police station. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't gonna talk about it, why you think they don't give a fuck? The cops didn't even come outside. They're still doing their normal business, like usual.
It's a bunch of white. But I'm sorry. And thank you for all the Caucasian people that are out there supporting us, and the people who are trying to be our voice. But in reality, they can't really be our voice. They can't. Yeah, you know. So. But thanks for, holding it down to those people who are holding it down while we get it together.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be like on some shit because they're white. You know what I mean? It's just like, they didn't feel what we felt. They didn't get discriminated on how we.
Yeah. So then they'll be like, it's okay for us to have community oversight commissions. Like, no.
Because they think it's like, oh, okay.
We'll just control them and we'll just, make sure that we give them write-ups if they're doing something wrong. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Like, another thing that someone just told me that I was like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Tory Tornick and his fucking wife. Eat shit, both of you bitches. You know, I don't give a fuck if you're Latina. The fuck have you done for us? Tell me one Latino thing the motherfuckers have done for us. They haven't. So I don't give a fuck if his daughter's Latina. You know what I'm saying? Or half.
Like, this guy's kind of like using that card. Like, I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
Nah. I'm not. I'm going to tell you, I can't be racist. We're just one race. So I don't care what you guys say about all that shit. And do I discriminate on another ethnicity? I may. At times. I'm not perfect. You get what I'm saying? But I try my best to change and be different. You know what I mean? And the only people that I'm first going to be different with is the people that struggle like me, which is black people. That's who I'm not going to be that with. That's who I'm not going to be a dick with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we grow, I mean, the homie Negro, he's on fucking, on Facebook. He knows, remember that little motherfucker from PDL that always fucked with us when we were little? You know what I'm saying? Like, all fucking day. But I'm not with that bullshit. I'm not with that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fucking 42 years old. You think I'm worried about some black fool or some bullshit? Like, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's above, I am above that. You know what I'm saying? So, stop with all that shit. Please show up, people. You know what I mean? I know it sounded disrespectful, and I was trying to be disrespectful. I want you to be like, fuck you down there. I'm going to pull up and beat you up. At least you pulled up. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on, man. We got to get it together. We got to fucking post up. We got to fucking do what we need to do, and we need to represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you guys to come out and fight with the cops.
That's not what it is. It's just like, just come out and stand, or stand and listen, Yeah. Just listen to what's going on, because they are actually providing some information.
Yeah, and there's going to be a change, and if you are not there, how would you know about this change? How are you going to make it for where? How are you going to know about something or what you do or don't agree with if you're not there? What if you don't agree with what I agree with? Like, what if they gave me the platform and said, Downer, you do whatever you want? But if you're not there, how can I know? Do you know what I'm saying? You have to have a voice, too. I'm not talking about going out and fight. If that's how it ends up and we're going to pop, all of us. But that's not what we're trying to, I'm not trying to create or promote violence and all. No, you know what I mean? But only through protest, and at the end of the day, like I will say this, through revolution will there be change. So, you pick your battles, I'm picking mine, and I know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So don't be on IG talking about some other shit if you're not going to be about that shit. Sorry.
Or any other social media.
Yes, any other ones, you know? So, you know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, I know we didn't talk about the pedophile shit, you know, that I was saying, the fucking trafficking and all that, but we do want to respect your time, and that's why, you know? But just a little thing. I've said this even from before when the COVID first started happening. This shit's still going on. You know what I'm saying? Women and children are still being fucking abused and used and fucking trafficked and all this shit. You know what I mean? So, like, for reals, watch out. You know what I'm saying? When you know your grandma's going to go out at 9 o'clock, go with her. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's going to go out. Your sister's going to go out. Go with her. You know what I'm saying? If you could, you know what I mean? Or stay on the phone with her, or... You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is happening and it's continuing to happen. And unless we do something about that too, and not just stay quiet when that shit's happening, it's going to continue. So please, you know, our women and our children are everything to us, you know. I know in our culture, my culture, they are, you know, and other people's culture. So just watch out. Keep an eye out. Don't just sit around. Don't record. Do something. Please. Call the cops. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to physically do something. Whatever it is you're going to do, you do what you got to do. I didn't tell you to call the cops. Let me take that back. You know, but you know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just don't sit there and record. I think that's the most not okay thing for you to do. You know? So, with that said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for supporting us. Remember, hit that motherfucking bell. Subscribe to our fucking channel on YouTube, please. Nah, for real, we're trying to get 1,000, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we're going to do something. if we get 1,000, we're gonna do something. I don't know what we're gonna do, you know, to encourage you guys a little bit more, promote us, support us. Even if you don't like us, I don't care. You know, tell us what we could be doing different if there is something different. But with that said, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really, really appreciate you. We're on week 25. We're a fucking quarter in.
Yeah, and thank you, Negra, because you've been with us.
Yes, loyal watcher, loyal viewer. Thank you, Primo. But yeah, week 25. We started in January. I think we had 1 week off, and yeah, so I'm really proud of what we're doing. Hopefully next week we'll be at our location. Thanks everybody for being so patient with us, and still following and watching us through all in my little casita over here and stuff as we're trying to do it.
And thank you guys just for supporting, just for listening to us, even if you don't agree with some of the stuff we say. We're here to better ourselves and everybody around us. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And till next week. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and peace.